I began noticing more than just names. Details. Small things. Things that didn't add up. The edges of the walls weren't perfectly straight. There were faint cracks hidden beneath the paint. The lights didn't seem to work the same way. Some flickered when no one was looking. It was as if the room was designed to be imperfect, to make us feel like we were still in the world we came from, but just barely. I started questioning everything around me. The floor, the air, the light itself. Nothing was solid. Everything felt like it was made of something temporary, something that could vanish at any moment. But the people, the others, they didn't seem to notice. They sat in their chairs as if nothing was wrong. One afternoon, a new person arrived. I wasn't sure how I knew. There was no door, no sound, but I saw her immediately. Her presence was different from the others. She stood near the entrance, unsure of where to go. Her eyes scanned the room, then slowly settled on the list. I saw her look at her name. I saw her freeze. No one spoke to her. No one offered help. She seemed to understand right away that there was no reason to ask. She sat down quietly next to a woman who hadn't moved in days. They didn't exchange words, but I noticed the woman nod slightly, like a welcoming gesture. The new person seemed different than the others. She looked around more than anyone else. Her gaze flicked between the walls, the list, the people. She seemed alert. It didn't take long before she started asking questions. "Why are we here?" she asked quietly. But no one answered. Not immediately, not ever. I watched her grow more restless as the hours passed. Her fingers twitched, her foot tapped. It wasn't the usual silence. It wasn't the usual waiting. She was trying to understand, trying to make sense of it all. And for a moment, I wondered if I had ever questioned things like that, before I stopped. As the days passed, the new person became quieter. She wasn't the same woman who had first arrived. She wasn't the same person who asked questions. She had settled into the silence, into the waiting. It was as if the room had changed her, without her even noticing. I couldn't stop thinking about her. Her eyes, her questions. It had been a long time since I had wondered why I was here, since I had cared. But I started to wonder again. What had happened to her that made her lose the will to ask? What would happen to me if I stayed here long enough? It felt like we were all waiting for something. Not to leave, not to escape, but for the room to reveal its true purpose. We didn't talk about it. We didn't ask about it. But we felt it. We all waited for the moment when the room would decide for us.